With a population of 14.1 million people, Rwanda is home to a vibrant and youth population with potential to shape the nation's future. Governance is being one of the key pillars of sustainable growth, requires the inclusivity of all generations and needs to adopt inclusive policies that empower the youth. Constituting 27% of Rwanda's total population, to take an active role in national development. The 7th Youth Policy Dialogue, held on December 10 to 11, 2025, is one of the initiatives aimed at fostering greater youth participation in governance. For 2 days, young leaders, policymakers, and civic innovators gathered in Kigali to exchange ideas, address challenges, learn, and take collective actions. This event focused on empowering the youth to play an active role in governance, which aligns with Rwanda's second national strategy for transformation, which emphasizes the critical role of youth in decision-making and leadership. Under the theme, Our Voice, Our Participation Right Now, the conversation underscored youth engagement as both a governance priority and a fundamental human right. So, we're talking to some of the attendees who participated in the 7th Youth Policy Dialogue to understand the motivation behind their attendance and also get to know how the youth can work towards the development of the country. Stay with us. What inspired you to attend the Youth Policy Dialogue, and what are your key takeaways from the event?
Thank you so much. Well, I've been part of CVA, so I got called to attend this youth dialogue. When I asked more about it, they told me there are going to be so many different people from different organizations. We're going to be discussing a lot of challenges among youth. We're going to be debating about different things. So I was like, this should be interesting. I should really attend this.
The first thing that grabbed my attention is a new theme that says, Our Voice, Our Participation Right Now. It resembles that my voice should be heard, that is one. Two, my participation should be more engaging, my ideas are acknowledged, and even turning to be influence for not only me, but also to the other fellow youth that are around across the country. The last is right now that I have to take initiative, what I have to share. We have to make recommendations of what we can do today that can take us for next upcoming generations, mainly to Rwandan context, but also to the other platforms of youth that we are serving. So my takeaway is that we are voice and leadership, and our youth participation is now, not for tomorrow.
Actually, my main inspiration behind this dialogue is the theme. So I saw the theme, Our Voice, Our Participation Right Now, and I thought, what better way to learn more about youth leadership and governance apart from other than this platform. I've learned about inclusivity, especially when it comes to youth in rural areas and youth in urban areas. There is a huge gap when it comes to the participation of youth in rural areas and the youth in urban areas. So how do we include both of them to participate in policies in Rwanda?
We as young people, we don't want to get the real information. We don't want to learn. So we have to be equipped, you have to look for the valuable information that can lead you to making a real policy that can shape our country, our institutions, and our Africa at large.
How do you think youth involvement in decision making can impact the development of the country?
Yes, thank you very much. So when it comes to youth involvement, I think it's it is something very crucial. When you look at the number of youth in the country and the number and the people participating in policy implementation, policy design, policy advocacy, the numbers contradict. So I believe that youth should be among the people to implement these policies, because first of all, they are the large numbers. Number two, most of these policies are implemented to be used by the youth. So they should be the one, they should not just be people saying from the side, they should be among the people participating directly in the policy design, implementation, and advocacy. Thank you so much.
So as we know, youth is the backbone of the country, mostly in Rwanda, because it takes 27% from 16 to 30 years. So that number of people being in decision-making processes, it will equip other young people, the upcoming generations, on how they can develop their country, on being the best beneficiaries of what the government plans for the people, because as we know, it's at the backbone of the state. So being empowered, being given the platform, it will motivate them, it will give them the real ground to make a reasonable decision that generally supports the whole country, because it's a high number according to the Rwandan population.
You understand that most people are young. We are youth. So I think if we participate in decision making, it is going to be, it will provide a great impact for the development of our country. So the more we participate in it, the more we try to shape our decisions, participate in decision makings, we are going to be building a better future for our country. Like we as youth, we face so many challenges. We know there are so many things that affect us. We are the ones who get affected. So if we are given a chance to participate in those decision makings, we know that we are going to do everything that we can to shape a better future for our country, which means development.
As the statistics says that youth that are in the range of 16 to 30 years, they are consisting 27% of youth. It means if our youth voice or participations turns to be implemented or acknowledged, we know what is changing so fast because we are more into tech. We know what is coming in for the compared to other fellows or our elders. We are very very different from them, but also our engagement should be putting us on center because we are dominance to the populations. So as data says that we are 27%, means that our contribution can do or serve as a great influence toward the government impact, but also toward ourselves, because all the decisions we are taking is not only for youth today, but also for tomorrow. So those are simple impacts, but for now and for future.
Can you share us a typical example of how youth who are in leadership positions have changed everything in the community?
Let me take myself as an example. I've been doing a lot of projects. My goal is to help young people like me, especially girls. One of my projects was to help initiate girls' room in different high schools, because apart from my research, I found that mostly high schools here in Rwanda, they don't have girls' rooms. And we know that we have experienced so many problems in high school. We as girls, we have so many illness, so many different problems. So I thought, why not initiate this project? Now, most schools here in Kigali, they have already initiated the project. They have girls' room. Now girls are able to access all they need.
We have been seeing a lot of work of youth in different sectors, in civil society organizations. We have been seeing a lot of companies of youth that are impacting a lot of numbers.
Even you are an example.
And I'm an example too.
You are now an executive director.
Yeah, it's one of the key, that youth that are not sitting there just for being sitting. Because I know a lot of examples of youth that are empowering youth, that are empowering women, that are empowering teen mothers. Those are youth examples. Even me personally, I'm serving families because I believe that there is no limitation for serving a country and transforming the society. So this is a concept of understanding that youth has like a big role, but we have a lot of voices that we have been seeing on social medias. We have been seeing a lot of advocacy made. We have been seeing youth that are influencing policies. Recently I was in the East African Community Youth Policy Dialogue, where I was just influencing youth. I mean policy that are going to be used for upcoming 10 years for whole region of East African community. But also, I'm serving to Great Lake region youth. That means all there, I am there and the other fellow youth that we are serving together to influence how we are doing things and systems of governments and member states of the Great Lake region and East African community. So those are simple examples and illustration that youth can make impact, not only for the country but also to the region.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful question. Now, when you look at other countries surrounding Rwanda, you will notice that when it comes to Rwanda, youth are given a lot of opportunities. And as I've come to notice that to a very good extent, youth are using these opportunities very well. I would go personally. For example, I'll start with my personal example. I'm a youth leader myself. I'm also a social entrepreneur. But the way I do my entrepreneurship differs from how I would say a non-youth would do it. Because when I think of doing something, I'm going to think of how do I involve the fellow youth myself. If I'm going to give employment, I'm going to start with the youth. And also, I need to take part in the policies that are being formulated. For example, maybe if it's in agriculture, I'll try to, in the agriculture sector, because I'm an agri-entrepreneur, I will try to stay informed about all the policies that are formulated in agriculture, and I will do everything in alignment with the policies, which is not the case for most people who are not youth, because most of them, if they are not educated, they will not know what exactly is taking place. But when it comes to youth, we youth leaders, we tend to try to understand the policies more and align ourselves with the policies in the country.
So I'll begin with myself, because as a law student, I'm a class representative, we can say, in level 3. I'm the chairperson of Pan-African movement, because University of Rwanda is a huge population, more than 12,000 of young people. And we engage in discussions. I encourage them, I show them the government policies, I show them how they can be good leaders, and I think that is a contribution to me and towards my country.
So what have you learned from the youth dialogue today, and you think this is going to shape my future?
Well, I learned that Rwanda is a free country. Rwanda is a very peaceful country. It gives us so many opportunities that we take for granted. We have so many youth platforms. We have so many opportunities, but they say that we take it for granted. We don't want to be engaged. We don't want to be informed. So the thing I learned and I want to put in action is to always stay active. If, let's say, we know that there's opportunities out there, like on LinkedIn or Jobs Rwanda, whatever, I don't have to sit and wait for something much big. I can start with something small that I have. If I want to go far, I want to start with small things that I have. So with that being said, I have to be engaged in everything, no matter what it is.
One thing I've learned from this dialogue is inclusivity. So most of the times, we just tend to have the youth in urban areas get involved in policies or policy formulations, but we leave out the youth in the rural areas. So what I've learned so far, I'll put it in my mind, I'm going to work on it, is how do I get the rural youth involved as well as the urban youth involved in the policy formulations of this, or the governance in this country. So how do my takeaway is to go home and think about how do I contribute to the youth in the rural areas to come and also participate in governance and leadership of their own country. So that's my takeaway, and I'm going to be working on that. Thank you.
One is about giving my recommendation, what I think can be changed to the government so that we can have a meaningful participation, not just being there. Because being a participant and being engaged to participation is two different concepts. But here I want to be my voice to personal level, and also to be voice to others. So in this session is that I just want to share my idea, and I'm sharing my ideas to ensure that whatever I have been seeing, observing, reading in concept, reading in policies, reading in different papers of government that are not being implemented, has to be implemented for the impact of youth and a general impact to the community and society we are in. So my insight here is that I want to ensure that I'm giving insight toward what is around and what I see coming in upcoming years, because the policies are now passing through. We are reviewing a new one, but also we are looking forward for the future of youth and upcoming generation of youth. Because if we think about ourselves only, we are thinking for ourselves, we are being egoistic person. Rather, we have to go beyond us, but to see the impact for others in upcoming generations. So that is why I'm here and why I'm giving my insight toward the dialogue.
So what message would you give to the youth who are still hesitating into decision making and also policy development?
What I can, the message I can give them is that we want them, the country needs them. Because if we are dominant and we are sitting there without participating in those voices, a lot of decisions will be taken, but it will impact us without our part, if I can say. And those impacts will be ripple to upcoming generations. So I want you to think about you and the same person who are living in the same life like how you are living today, and think about the upcoming generations. What are going to be done? What will be happening to upcoming generations? If we think that way, I think that a country is on need of you, your effort, your insight to the policy. The policy will be good, and the government will be giving what we need, not what they think we need. Those are two different concepts, but the instance is that if youth are meaningfully participating toward the government development, toward the strategies of government, toward the new policies, I believe in everyone that country will be heading to the right direction, because as youth, we had our insight, we had a contribution toward that policies and dialogues. Yeah.
What I would tell you is that it's no longer we are the futures of tomorrow, or we are the future leaders of tomorrow. No, that's the past. We are in the present. We are the ones who are supposed to act and take our country Rwanda to the level that we want. Our leaders, our past leaders have done their part. It's now our time to also do our part, and it takes efforts. It takes my efforts. It takes your efforts to build the Rwanda that we deserve.
So what I can say to very young people is that let's not be money-oriented, because becoming a leader is not starting in the upper position, the upper paying position. That's with those low grounds initiatives. So any opportunity, take it, whether it's paying or not, because leadership is developed through underground initiatives, through having your own initiative, through joining other initiatives like voluntary organizations. That's where you be equipped with the skill that will uplift you, become a great leader in the future.
Well, the only thing I can tell them is to stop thinking negatively things like they can't make it, it's very impossible, like some things are meant for other people. No. You have to know that things are meant for you. You have to work hard to achieve things that you want. If you don't work hard, you're not gonna achieve anything in this life.